Hello and welcome along to Mondo Chelloveck Movies. My name is John and this video is going to be an unboxing of a great subscriber mail from my good friend Paul, aka the 4K Chef, and also some new pickups I got from HMV and CEX. But first I'd like to apologise for something. This was brought to my attention by my work colleague Michael. You remember him, don't you?
Where's me ladders?
And don't forget who those ladders belong to, Michael. So Michael said on my last video I got a subscriber mail from my good friend Keith from Euphoria Pictures. I'll give you a link down to his channel down below. And he said when I did the unboxing, quite rightly, I didn't mention the title of the movie. So I said, okay then Michael, would you like to air your grievances online?
I have a bone to pick with you.
Why?
What was the name of the film?
What film?
Death Wish 2000. Remember me? The ladder man.
And I have to work with him 8 hours a day. So to right this wrong, here you go, Michael. Death sentence. So anyway, back on planet Earth, I've got a subscriber mail unboxing for you now. So I'm just recording this video very quickly because I've just been handed through the door this package. Now, this is a subscriber mail of my good friend Paul. Now he is on the 4K Chef on Instagram. I'll leave a link down to his channel down below on Instagram. Now he said he was going to send me this, and it's come from the US. Now the reason why I'm going to do this very quickly is because we're just about to head out the door because we're going to Glasgow tonight to see, well today, to see Blondie live, which is like a bucket list item right there. So I'll unbox it now so I can get my instant reaction to this item. What I'm getting from this is the weight of this. I was expecting to obviously get a film that Paul said he didn't think I had. So I'm really intrigued to see what this is. So nurse, scissors. Like I say, Paul just got in touch with us and said he was going to send something for it. He's told us where it is in the world. He's told us how it was going to come today. Like I say, we're literally just out the door and the postman arrived. So I thought, right, I can do this quick unboxing. We've literally got a suitcase over there. I'm going to head away to the central station today to head off to see Blondie. I can't believe we're going to go and see Blondie after all this time. Both of our bucket list item things. So what Paul has sent me from the US is, oh my God, I don't believe that. This is unreal for a couple of reasons. Because literally, if I'm honest, I've had this in me. I've just started looking into this set to say, can I get this set? And I've had it in me Amazon to buy. I'm a bit speechless actually, because I'll tell you why very quickly. Obviously, I love all these films here. I was just looking at that the other day on Blu-ray. I was just looking to see what the Blu-ray looked like. It looked quite nice actually. And I thought, imagine this on 4K. Obviously, you know about my recent Tippi Hedren autograph that I received off Jeff. So I was after the birds. I've been wanting to get Psycho, but the only thing about Psycho is it doesn't come with a slip. So I've been putting it off because I thought, well, if I get it in this box set, then I don't need a slip, do I? But Paul has literally blown me away with this one. This is such a generous gift for anybody to send me. I can't believe I'm actually looking at this thing because, like I say, this is one I've looked at really recently in my Amazon box for quite a bit, and I've been thinking this is something I really need to get. But I can't thank Paul enough for this. This is so unexpected. I didn't know what to expect actually, but he said he didn't think I had it, and I haven't got it. And it was something that I really wanted to get, and I mean really wanted to get. So I'll be excited. What I'll do is I'll head off to Glasgow now, and when I get back, I'm going to go through these movies. So in this video, we're going to see what my reaction is to this. But like I say, once again, Paul, I can't thank you enough, mate. Honestly, I can't thank you enough. Cheers. So wow, I mean, Paul, I still can't believe this has been sent to me. This is absolutely incredible. Now I did notice that this has got some embossing on there, really like all the way across there, which is great. It's got embossing on the spine as well. So like I said, I think Paul has read my mind on this one. I've got to say that this is an incredible thing to receive through the post. 4Ks of these quintessential Alfred Hitchcock movies. I had a quick flick through them, and I've just been blown away by the quality of them. I would say if I had to rank them, I would say the birds looked the lowest, and I'm only meaning that because I think there's quite a few optical shots in it which I think takes the quality down. But on the shots when it doesn't have the optical birds in it, it looks really nice. I think the next one, I would say it's quite hard to tell because I'm going to put Psycho next, but that's not taking anything away from it because it's black and white, but I mean it looks really good in the black and white. I think this is going to be like one of those ones where, especially like an older movie, you can really see the black and the whites, and this telly now does show blacks like how they're meant to be seen. So this movie in certain scenes was just incredible. The scene where Norman Bates pushes the car into the swamp, that looks incredible, and because it's like a black swamp, and then when it goes back to Norman Bates looking at the car when it stalls and it doesn't sink, and then it does go to sink, you can see him actually in the moonlight with his like a sort of silhouette, but you can see his face. It's just incredible, the detail that you can see in these movies that you couldn't previously see before, even on a good Blu-ray. And I would say it's a bit of a hard call, but I would say next to it, I would say Rear Window. It seems like the location for the Rear Window, when the fella's obviously got a broken leg and he's looking out the window and he sees things going on. It looks as if that's like on a stage, and I mean the quality and the sharpness of all the bricks on the if they're all real bricks, they just look unreal. You know, the quality you can get, the sharpness of the fabrics of bricks, and obviously fabrics of clothing as well. And then I would say top of the list is probably Vertigo, because it's the colours in here that make it, because it's a Technicolor movie. So when you see in the colours, I mean, especially like James Stewart's eyes on that, they're just so blue. It's a real visual treat, and I think some of them do have some good sound qualities as well. I think there's a lot of there's some mono ones, and there's some stereo ones as well. I don't know if there's any 5.1 there. I think there might be one. I'm not too sure. It is, might be Vertigo. But this is just an amazing thing to receive. So in the case, you get this really good, I think it's quite a strong box, but you also get in here this sort of I'm going to say is it like a media book? It could be, but this is solid as well, and it's like a little booklet actually. The discs are housed in these this slip thing. They do come out quite easily actually, because sometimes there's a bit of a worry when you've got these discs in there and they don't come out that easily. This has got some great. I like the look of this one actually, and I know there's another one out there as well, so I think I'll be picking that up as well. I don't know what films are in there, but to me, if I had to say what are the best Alfred Hitchcock movies, I would say these four are right up there. The only one that never seems to get much attention is one I keep talking about all the time. It is Strangers on a Train, which I think has looked brilliant. It's black and white as well, so that might look, if that's done good, that should look really amazing. I've got that on DVD actually, so it shows you it's well worth an upgrade, especially to 4K. So yeah, so this is just it's something I can't believe that I've actually got, and it's so generous for Paul to do this for me. And one of the films I've been really desperate to see is actually The Birds, because as you know, I received from Elusive Glue, Jeff, he sent me this, an actual autograph from Tippi Hedren. So to have that there, I knew I had to go and see The Birds. I know she's done other films, but that to me is her sort of definitive role. And the generosity of people that send me these things is just unbelievable. It's something that you don't really expect, but when it happens, you just think, wow, this is just incredible. And also, Paul and Cheryl have welcomed into the world their newborn son, Monty. And I think that hopefully Paul can get time to watch some movies as well as he's changing nappies. And Monty has an older brother called Logan, who, funny enough, has just went to the cinema for his first ever cinema experience to see The Bad Guys. And Paul said he had an absolutely brilliant time. So hopefully now Logan has been inducted into the whole world of watching movies and enjoying them as much as we do. Okay, so that's a massive shout out to Paul, Cheryl, Logan and Monty. Thank you once again. I really do appreciate this. Okay, so next up I got some footage of when I went to Newcastle the other day, when I went to HMV and CX. And the music you hear playing behind the video is the Mondo Chelloveck song, Imposter Syndrome. So from CEX for £3 I got An Evening with Beverly Luff Lynn. That's some title, isn't it? I do plan to put a little clip in of getting rid of this sticker with some lighter fuel, just so you can see how I do it. Anyway, so I was just mushing through the shelves and I saw this one and I thought, right, I was drawn to the cast actually. So for me, Aubrey Plaza ticked the box there. It's got Jermaine Clement in as well from the Flight of the Conchords. So I don't know anything about this movie, and I know it's from 2018. And also it's directed by the same guy who directed The Greasy Strangler, which is another absolutely amazing movie. It's a total comedy, but it's so quirky and offbeat, it's unreal. So this one, actually, I put it on and I thought, well, let's just have a little bit of a much through it. And I was searching through Internet Movie Database to find out who was involved with this. And as soon as I found out it was to do with The Greasy Strangler, I thought, yep, that'll do me. And I've got to say that the print on this is absolutely spectacular. And actually, when he put it on, it looked like a 4K. I'm not kidding. It was just unreal. So apart from I don't really know anything about it, I know that it's got like some really like crazy dialogue. So I watched the short clip and I was really impressed by it. It seemed to focus around this diner, and the manager was a fella called Shane Danger, and he's like a loose cannon. He's always losing his temper and he's shouting at people. I just thought that the way that they talk in this movie was really, it's something that I really like, this sort of really offbeat American humour. And even though the director is an English director, which I didn't know until I looked him up on Internet Movie Database. So for me, this is going to be one of those movies that I will really have a good time watching. It's got some great music in this as well. There's music all the way through, and it's got this like strange sort of ominous keyboard music playing in the back of these scenes. So yes, really looking forward to this one. Like, it was funny because it just jumped out. It's just a sort of title you never see very often. So I'm such a fan of these strange offbeat comedies. I can't get enough of them actually. So that's An Evening with Beverly Luff Lynn. So this is what I got from HMV. First up, I got a CD, or should I say 3 CDs. This is an original album classics collection of Blondie. Now, I didn't know this, but have you seen the state of that cover? It's absolutely wrecked, and I thought, what's all that about? I didn't know this. It had a shrink wrap on, and I thought it was on the top of the shrink wrap, and my eyes aren't that great, so I didn't spot it. But anyway, it was the only one in the shop. It's 13 quid, but you get 3 albums on there. You get 1999's No Exit. You get 1998's Livid, which is a live album, and you also get 2003's The Curse of Blondie. So I've flicked through these, and I tell you what, there's some amazing songs on there. The live one is absolutely brilliant. And of course, with us going to see Blondie, I just had to get these ones. In fact, I'm going to go and get all the albums that I haven't got, which is quite a few actually. They've done a lot more albums than you would originally think. So because I got that, previously to that, when I was in Glasgow, I did get Johnny Marr's new album. And I've been listening to this in the car, and I've had a great time with it actually. I think that this album it's quite like a pop music album. It's not really anything that's like going to shatter any boundaries, but it's just sort of a pop album. But I like the way that Johnny Marr was when he was played live, and I just like what he's all about. So loads of songs on here. I think it's like a sort of, you could say, a double album, but it's on a CD. So that's Blondie and also Johnny Marr. So in the HMV big sale, I got for $7.99 on Blu-ray. I got Shiver of the Vampire. Now this is directed by Jean Rollin. I think that's pronouncing that right. And this is to come out by Screenbound actually. I thought it was the label was called Black Horse, and that's a pub that's just around the corner actually. Haven't been in for yonks. But this Screenbound is a really good company, which I'm finding I've got a lot more of their movies than I ever did think I had. And so I thought, I think I've always looked at these ones and thought they've always been a little bit too expensive, like to try and think, well, are they any good? So I've checked this out, and it's from 1971, and the print on it, it's all right. Actually, it's got quite a few scratches on it, but what it is a very sharp and colourful print. Now, for me, if a print is on Blu-ray, if it's got scratches on, but it's very sharp and very colourful, I'll kind of think, well, that's good enough for me. If it was like soft and grainy, or maybe soft and like wrong colour, but it had no scratches on, I would rather take the scratch version with the high quality of the print, if that makes any sense. So this is these are ones that I'm quite interested in actually when I'm watching them, because as everybody knows, I'm such a fan of this masterpiece here, Zombie Lake, one of the best films you will ever see. And funny enough, this has got quite a few scratches on this print as well, but the colours on here, it just looks absolutely fantastic apart from the scratches. This one is one. Now, this one here, will this come out in the UK? Because if they're starting to release a lot of Jean Rollin movies, will they put this one out? Because people in the UK do have to see this movie. You will not believe what you're seeing when you see this. It's ultra bad, but ultra bad and ultra good at the same time. Can't big up this one enough. It's one of my favourite zombie movies of all time. It's hilarious. So, getting back to this one. Yep, so there's not many extras on here. It's got reversible art, but it's a little bit not YouTube friendly. So, yeah, these for this price you can't knock them. This was the most expensive one out of this lot. I don't know why, but maybe it might be like a new release. It has got a sort of number on the back there on the side. Maybe because it's like one of the newest ones out there. I don't know. I don't really know too much about these movies apart from when I'm in HMV. I do sort of mooch and have a bit look at them. But happy to sort of like start and look at these ones now. I think that maybe this sort of line, Black House, I think they do release a lot of these movies. I think there's a lot more than what I've got. And so I'll be interested. If I like these ones, I will collect some more. So that's Shiver of the Vampire. Next up for $6.99, I got The Grapes of Death. A strange title. And another Jean Rollin film. And yeah, if I'm honest, this one here, this one's got quite a decent print actually. And the music in it, I think some of these are actually French and subtitles on it, which isn't a problem for me. But it's obviously got reverse art as well, which I think they've kept the more explicit reverse art for the interior. I think this movie's from 1978 as well. And yes, I do like Euro horror anyway. I mean, I love that Zombie Lake. So this is if these are as good as Zombie Lake, I'll be more than happy. So that's The Grapes of Death. Next up, I got for $6.99, Cold Eyes of Fear. Now this is from 1971, and weirdly enough, this is obviously a giallo. And the strange thing about this is, I'm pretty sure the music on it is exactly the same as Bird with a Crystal Plumage. It's got this sort of weird trumpet sort of soundtrack, which is all over that movie. I don't know if it's the same soundtrack, but this is from 71. Bird with a Crystal Plumage was from 1970. So it makes you think, have they sort of just hoovered some of their soundtrack up, or just blatantly copied it? This might be just a blatant copy of that movie. Either way, I am interested to watch it. I always watch giallos. I don't know if all of these are giallos. I don't think they are. I think most of them are sort of vampire movies. But yeah, this one here, it had another good print with it being sharp and colourful, but it's got a lot of scratches on it. Yeah, but I just think they're so watchable, these movies, and I really have a good time with it. And for $6.99, these lot are really good to try out. And if I don't really care for them, then I haven't really lost too much money. So that's The Cold Eyes of Fear. So lastly in the sale for $6.99, I got The Night of the Hunter. Now this movie here is from 1980, and yeah, it's another one that's it's got a pretty decent print, and I think these are all Region B locked. So the synopsis of this movie is, in the not so distant future, the residents of a skyscraper asylum are suffering with insanity and collective amnesia as blank-eyed inmates wander the halls and empty rooms of the Black Tower. The tension rises, as does the body count. Sounds a bit different, doesn't it? Yeah, but these four here, for this price, you can't go wrong. And it's a good way to sort of try these out if there are ones that I don't really care for, even though when I've looked at them I thought these looked take movie that I really am interested in. So it didn't break the bank too much, and I'm really excited to check them out. So next up I got the new release of Drug Stories, or The Scare Films Archives Volume 1. Look at his face. So yeah, so this one here, I believe it's a kind of collection of stories that, I think these are films that are shown to kids when they're at school in America. And it's to like get you frightened of actually taking drugs, like a scare film. I've seen quite a few scare films that were put on this. I think it was on a movie called, is it Death Scenes or Death Scenes 2, I think. And it had some of the sort of footage that used to show kids about speeding. and they would show you like crashes or the aftermath of crashes when the ambulance drivers came and sort of took care of the bodies, and they were absolutely brutal, mind. And this is the thing that used to get shown to kids. I mean, as kids, probably about 15, 16-year-olds, and it was utter carnage. So actually, I'm not saying that's a great thing, but is it a good thing in a way to say to kids to say, look, if you're going to go racing around and like, you know, just be crazy in cars, this is what could happen here. And there was people in there were absolutely mutilated, and yeah, it might make people think twice about that. I think this is the same scenario in here. It's going to make you think twice about taking drugs, and they're from the 70s and 80s, I think, and the looks really, I mean, the quality on here is absolutely horrendous. It does say a new 2K presentation of these unique scare films classics, or uncut classics. Wow, so it's got quite a few of them there. I think they're only about, like, say, maybe 20 minutes each. And it's got another one, it's on it, it's got the drug stories, narcotic nightmares, and hallucinogenic hell rides, a full-length mixtape from the AGFA team. So yeah, so this is a strange sort of movie. It's kind of like a documentary, if for want of a better word. So no reversible cover. They usually do put them in. There is another one that doesn't have one. I think it's Lady Street Fighter that doesn't have reversible art, but it doesn't really matter if, and I think it doesn't have a booklet in. Some of them do have booklets in, but I think this line is absolutely amazing. I can't get enough of them. I just instantly buy them. Whatever they are, I'm going to buy them, and I know I'm going to have a good time, or like, you know, probably enjoy what I'm going to see, because I've enjoyed everything so far, apart from effects, which I need to go back and look at because I didn't really take that much notice of that one. I need to get back in it. So very excited to see this. This is the Scare Film Archives Volume 1, Drug Stories. So lastly I got God Monster of Indian Flats. Wow, what a title. This one, I put a bit of it on. You do get another movie with it actually, which is called The Legend of Bigfoot from 1975, which is more like a documentary actually. The picture quality on The Legend of Bigfoot is quite bad. This one here is not so bad, but it's not brilliant. And does it say it's a 4K remaster? Yes, a 4K transfer. Now what I think they do with this is, I think they do them in 4K, but they don't do anything about cleaning the prints up. They basically put them through, scan them off of 4K so they get maybe a benefit in the resolution and the colour, but they don't make any attempt to take the scratches out. But to be honest, I don't mind that. I think that these really suit these sort of grubby grindhouse look to it. This movie here looks absolutely insane. I believe it's got, I think it's from 1973. I believe what it is it's something to do with, well, it's obviously, I think it's a killer sheep, but it's like mutated sheep, and goes around killing people, but it looks like that, but it's obviously just like some really awful like special effects. I don't know if you can see it on there, but yeah, I mean, wow. But these are the things that makes this these type of things really watchable. Yeah, the just laughable hokum. So there's the monster. I mean, how frightening is that? Wow. So yeah, so another one that's going to be instantly watched. I don't think it's a long movie as well. I don't think any of these movies are long. So really happy to own these two releases from 101 Films in the AGFA range. So I can't wait for the next two to come out, probably next month. Okay, so thanks for watching. You take care, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.